Gotta love the Evil Dead music. The Charleston Jazz Tune. What's up, everybody? So we are watching two slashers tonight. What's up, Zodiac? What's up, Joseph? Hope you're enjoying your birthday. You'll be watching? Nice. I just put the link. I'll put it again. Now I don't remember which one it is. Okay, it's this one. Yeah, Joseph, that's from the end of Evil Dead, which is brilliant. It's like one of the best ending credits songs for sure in a horror movie. So, Final Exam. Now, I chose both these movies because to do at the same time because they're not great, which I know is like enticing, like, but they're unique. They don't have like great kills that I remember. I don't watch these too often, but Final Exam has some cool stuff in it, and it's a movie that would not be made today. Like, there's a specific scene in there that would never be made today with things that have happened in the past, like tragic events, school shootings. Hey, Care Bear. And this is the trailer for Final Exam. So now I'll make sure I'll test the copyright out here. If it gets cut out, we know why.
At Lanier College, they have the finest security, the best teacher-student relations, no fraternity hazing, strictly enforced curfews.
Shh. What was that?
And a killer. He's come back. Final Exam.
When are you going to realize that the whole world isn't made of psychopaths?
There's a murderer around campus killing people.
That's all I wanted to show because I don't want it to get hit with a copyright, even though there's like 8 videos with these trailers. So I really don't think it'll matter. But people, let me know when you are ready. If you're watching along, it is on Look Movie. For some reason, it's not on Tubi, which it usually is. Pretty much with all these 80s slashers. I'm going to check again, just like make sure. I know the other one isn't Return to Horror High, which is George Clooney's first movie, which he's in for 3 fucking minutes. Like, he's not in that movie like at all. Yet they bill him as like the top person, as George Clooney. All right, I am going to do the countdown thingy, and if anyone else joins in, I'll just give a timestamp. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, good, perfect. I can't think of the last time I saw this movie. Definitely a few years. Yeah, I'll take some of that cake too, Joseph. You can send it our way. Definitely want some Reese's cake. You got to send some to Reese too, because apparently they're Reese's. Seeing if I recognize any names here in the credits. Yeah, we want you to bring us some cake. Or mail some, like overnight, like super, super fast. We're at March College on midnight. Yeah, I can see that. I can hear that for sure. This guy says he can't spend the money on a motel room because they spend all their money on beer. She says, so they're making out in a car. Put the top up. Why have a convertible if you can't have the top down? This is like a very typical Lover's Lane urban legend type scenario right here. Oh, you had a stream, Joe? I'm sorry. I was watching something and eating dinner. He can't say the words, I love you. There's good tension in this scene, at least. It builds for a bit. There's even like a tree right where they're parked, like just like the urban legend with the guy with the hook and shit. Of course, he's the quarterback. Yeah, it is. It's very urban legend. Like that scene, Joe, in Urban Legend when the guy gets hung from the tree with like the whole relating to the urban legend about the guy with the hook and stuff. It's very similar to that. Hmm. Quarterback is now dead. He got stabbed the shit out of. Yeah, like gore wise, there's not much in this one. Or Return to Horror High that I can remember. You got Maureen McCormick from the Brady Bunch in Return to Horror High. She's in it a decent amount as a cop. She's hilarious in that movie. One sec, mic only. Yeah, it'll be fine, Joe. It'll be cool to meet her. None of these people have names in this movie. I couldn't tell you a single name of any of these characters. But it's a slasher, so they don't need names. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, get them soon. This guy just needs an 82 on his exam to pass. 82 is not hard. Like, fucking try, man. Study, do something. 82? No, it's not on Tubi. It usually is, but it's again, it's right here on Look Movie. You gotta just click that link or copy and paste it. I remember this goofy ass dude that's with them right now. What a weird character this guy is. Whatever you want to do, Joe. I like both of them. Both of them are cool. I change mine like every month or so, usually for whatever the theme of the month is. Yeah, this scene here that's about to happen, this would never be put in a movie today. Guy looked like Jerry Stiller for a second. They got a final exam coming up, and they're probably not all going to pass. Yeah, anytime some kid in class and is praising a school shooter, stay away from that kid. Yeah, leave it on my community post because I can't click the link right now to do it now. But post it on one of my posts on the community tab. Loves Halloween and horror, and he actually met Danielle Harris. Cool. What's up, Russ? Timestamp like 12 minutes. About to be. How you doing, Russell? Have you seen Final Exam, Russell? And that's all right, man. You're not missing much. Of course, this professor is fucking some student is. Yeah, do that, Joe. That sounds good. Good to hear, brother. I feel like in every one of these slashers that's in a school or something, there is a professor fucking a student. In every single one. That's right. The score is pretty good in this movie. Yeah, this guy's not brilliant. That's what I said to him earlier, Russell. I said I got 10 years on him. I said I'll go back to 25. And I'm only a shorter distance ahead. I'll gladly go back then. Well, you are now. You're 25 now. Oh yeah, this fucking dude. No, Return to Horror High is just its own standalone movie. It has Maureen McCormick from the Brady Bunch, and she's in the not like a lot, but a decent amount. And George Clooney, this was his first movie, but he's in it for fucking minutes. Hi Val, how are you? Hope everything's well with you. Thank you for saying hitting that like button. Now this one is also a standalone, Joe. Both standalone, middle of the road, 80s slashers. This one's from 81, so it's a little earlier. Return to Horror High's from 87, so it's a little bit later after the slasher boom calmed down a bit. There you go. Stab the like button. Yeah, this scene right here would never happen in a movie today. A shooting on a campus. Which has a twist to it, but it's just even more so with that. Like you would never see this today in a movie. Oh yeah, Russell. Yeah, Maureen McCormick was always cute as hell. Yeah, Return to Horror High is more of a comedy, a horror comedy. So this van just drives onto this campus with like AK-47s, like high-powered fucking rifles, and starts mowing down students, and then they just drive away. Never. This guy Colin on the phone is so funny. He says to the cops, "It's happening. The psychopaths are here." That's great. So it's a fucking prank by one of the fraternities. Played a prank by pretending to pull off a school shooting. Dude, you would never see this today in a movie, like ever. They're getting out of the van. They're celebrating. They're pulling their ski masks off. It's all fake blood. Like these people aren't instantly like arrested. Get the hell out of here, man. And everyone acts like it's it's funny, like it's no big deal that these people just scared everyone half to death who didn't know that this was a prank, that there was a school shooting just now. What's up, Phil? One of the girls is just like, haha, they got me. Like, seriously? Yeah, I forgot where'd they film Halloween for? I forget. But you should go, man. If it's not like a million miles away. I finally went to the Amityville house like a few weeks ago, which it's like 5 minutes for me, and I've been saying for a year I should go over there. Okay, Salt Lake City. And these kids, they just played this prank, and now they're just back on campus. It's so ridiculous. You gotta love it. Facebook, they said you can live in Laurie's house. Jamie Lee Curtis from Halloween Ends. I mean, if someone loves that movie and they want to, go for it. I feel like I would just have nightmares in that. Oh, you don't get AMC in Canada anymore? That sucks. Yeah, I've always liked AMC. They always play good stuff around Halloween time too, and throughout October. All right, Joe. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your birthday. This guy's talking to a pledge for this fraternity that just played this school shooting prank and said, like, now you're ready for the big leagues. What are the big leagues? Pranking a school shooting? That seems like it's like you're in the majors there. And you should be instantly brought in, and that should be your initiation. 'These are such terrible human beings. This character, Wild Man, he looks the part. He's got crazy wild hair like a lion. I like his nickname here, Wild Man. 2 seconds. Legal activity that I can't do on camera. This girl looks like Barbara Crampton a little bit, like a young Barbara Crampton. She also kind of looks like the girl, the main chick from Tourist Trap, Molly. They actually have a dumbwaiter in this school. That's interesting for some. Greetings and salutations, Professor. How are you, buddy? Thanks again, man, for the happy birthday wishes and everything. That was great. Thank you. That meant a lot, man. We are watching Final Exam. And then we are watching Return to Horror High. If you'd like to join, I can give the link on Look Movie. Yeah, the score might be one of the best things about this movie. Hey, what's up, John? Yes, it is. That now, anytime you see this movie, it says George Clooney like he's the fucking star of the movie. He's in it for literally 3 minutes, like maybe five. Sounds good, brother. I haven't seen this in years. I forget how the sheriff even handles this whole prank that these fucking assholes just pulled. This fucking fake school shooting prank that they did. This dude drives a nice car. Looks like a Chevy. Looks like a Camaro. I'm not good with cars. Yes. I was never a fan of that show. Yeah, that's the one. I forget this actor's name who plays the sheriff, but he's been in other things. Ah, nice. Yeah, they're fun. These two are fun ones. They're not favorites of mine, but they have some unique stuff in them. Like a fake fucking school shooting prank. You don't see that in anything else. And I like in Return to Horror High how they're making a horror movie at the school where a massacre took place, and then like it's meta in a early way. It's kind of reminds me of Scream actually a little bit. Yeah, exactly. I don't even remember who the killer is in this movie, and it's like very obvious if I remember. What, like a watch party or a video or I'll do. I don't care. I'll do whatever. I've broken out of the horror box many times. That is true, Professor. Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Like just like cutting class with Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, the Leprechaun, Johnny Depp, and Wes and Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll add it to the list for sure. Isn't the coach the killer in this? I really can't. I don't remember. I haven't seen this movie in years. I've been wanting for a while to do videos on the Jurassic Park movies, like for sure. Some maybe sometime in the near future. Because I have a lot of nostalgia for the first two Jurassic Parks. With Ethan Hawke? Yeah, I like Phone Booth. That's a pretty tense movie. Wow, I haven't seen that movie in a while. It's a good one, actually. Yeah, I like that one. That's like one of those movies Ethan Hawke did that I really enjoy. Because I'm not a fan of, big fan of Sinister. I'm not a fan of The Black Phone, like anything horror. The Purge that he's done, like in 20 years, I do not care for. Hey, what up, Dave? Never seen these movies? They're not. They're not great. They're not bad. They're just fun, average slashers. Have fallen asleep during Jurassic Park. Well, I tried to get my daughter to watch it like a month ago, and she wasn't interested, so I could see it. Yeah, we've talked about that for like 3 minutes. Like the shortest little thing ever. And he's the first name on the DVD, on the Blu-ray or DVD, whatever release. He's like the first name on Tubi whenever it's on Tubi. Just like with Intruder, and I love Intruder. Like how they put Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi and Ted Raimi is like the three head billing, and Bruce Campbell is like there for 90 seconds at the end of the movie. Yeah, exactly. That's so funny. Exactly like that. I really don't like this nerdy kid. Like he's really like kind of annoys me. The way he talks, that's what it is. This girl just said I'm not jealous, not the bad kind of jealousy. What's like the good kind of jealousy? Yeah, this whole scene could be just like skipped completely. Or like the cheesy like 80s soap opera music in the background. Yep. There's somebody who shouldn't be there creeping. Awesome. Yeah, I'm 99.9% gonna go see it in theaters. I don't care if I gotta go by myself. I'll fucking go just to see it in theaters like all the old ones. I do have a friend who's a Saw fan, so I probably might be able to go with him. If not, and then if he ain't going, then I'm just gonna fucking go. The score is good too. Like the score throughout all of this is good. On Monday, Dave and I will be watching Lucio Fulci's City of the Living Dead. Dave's first time watching it. So fucking be there because it is an amazing movie. That's probably one of my most talked about movies on the channel. I know I did a What Makes a Scene Perfect for it. I've done score covers for the score of it. I did my video for it. I did a watch party for it. Now I'm doing another one. So I can watch that movie over and over again. And the beyond. Definitely. Oh yeah, I agree 100%, John. I like Slaughter High much more. Even just for the kills alone. Because I mean, we've only seen one so far, but I don't remember that. I haven't seen this in years, but I don't remember there being like great kills in this movie or like gore or anything like that. Yeah, you don't have a good gauge, Dave, when it comes to like 80s slashers for some reason. You don't like The Mutilator, which is a fucking classic. I don't know. You still haven't seen Pieces? You've seen Pieces, right? Pieces is one of the fucking greatest. Slaughter High is awesome. Although I remember when I talked about it, I did. I think it was for Slasher September last year. I did Curtains, which kind of went down for me, which I've always loved Curtains. But then when I look back on that and Slaughter High, I did back to back. I think it was just my mood, like watching them, because like I only talked about them for like 10 minutes, and that's not normal for a 10-minute fucking discussion on slasher movies. I really enjoy. So those might be worthy of going back to eventually. Indeed. And indeed. Yeah, Russell, there you go. More love for Slaughter High and City of the Living Dead. Or The Gates of Hell. Or the million other names it had. Like every Italian movie. That movie I saw the other day, whatever day it was, yesterday morning, after Natty Knox, The Slaughter on Tubi. That movie was great. It just randomly came on. I had no idea what it was about. It turned out being an Italian horror film, slasher film from last year. a lot of cool stuff in it. And it's rare to see like a random Italian horror film like from recent years, like last year, be like very good. Oh yeah, it's all terrible. I mean, the acting and stuff, it's awful, which makes it amazing. Yeah, I love the look of Marty with the jester hat and mask and stuff. That looks cool. That is a cool look for a killer. And yeah, like John said, all the 80s slashers, they're fucking 20, 30 plus. What's his Rob, Sandra's brother, in my favorite slasher of all time, Part 4, Friday? He looks like he's fucking 40, like 40 plus, maybe. I've always said that he looks so old. Like to be Sandra, who was like 18, supposed to be, but she was 16. That's her brother. Like there's a huge gap there. Which, like I say, I can't watch Friday 2 now and ever without feeling uncomfortable. Like, knowing Sandra lied about her age, and I grew up fucking like fixated on her breasts the entire movie. So now it's like child memories me and current me battling out like, oh yeah, right. It's like, no, yeah, that's wrong now. She's underage here. Like it's very conflicting. Those 80s Fugazi teen actors. Did it say gay on the back of his shirt? I'm reading that wrong. Gary. I was missing the R. It was like at an angle. So gay was there. It just had an R inside it. Yeah, the Slaughter Russell. Yeah, it's on Tubi. That's where I saw it. It just randomly came on after Natty Knox did, and I just let it play. This kid really wants to be part of this fraternity. Yeah, that you don't have that over there still for some reason. You can with a VPN. Fucking Gareth uses it and watches it now, and a few others I know do. So get on that. With your luck, VPNs didn't get to the Isle of Man yet, so you won't be able to use them to get on Tubi like Gareth can. Yeah, it was. Russell, it was fun. Mosley did great as usual. That was about it. I'll never watch it again. It was very, very generic. This poor kid had shaving cream all over him and it's tied to a fucking tree. No one deserves that. I mean, unless you're a complete dick. I mean, then yeah, tie your ass to a tree. I have seen things very long ago from the 90s. Was it 92 or 91 or something like that? Tales from the Quad Zone. I have not. I will add that to the list for sure. And yeah, man, I use Look Movie like all the time now. If I'm watching something on my laptop, it's on that. If it's on my TV through my PS5, then it's on Tubi or HBO Max or Netflix or whatever. But I don't watch Tubi as much because now if I want to watch a movie and I see it on Tubi, I'll look on Look Movie first and see if it's on there and say, well, then I'd rather watch it on there and not get the ads. They have a lot of great stuff on Look Movie. They have like some real like obscure Mario Bava movies, like The Whip and the Body, which is such a good movie. Um, a few of his movies, Hatchet for the Honeymoon, that like you just don't see streaming anywhere. They have Fulci's Murder Rock, which is one I want to cover this month before it ends, which is another one you don't see streaming anywhere else. Yeah, right. It's like why sit through the ads if I know it's on Look Movie? This guy asks his friend, you know where to get speed. I feel like it's easier to get speed today from a doctor than it was back in the 80s or like late 70s from like wherever the fuck they got it from then. Unless it was like biker crank and shit like that, like made terribly. It's not really good, no. I mean, I knew that, but there's some stuff in it, but it's very uneventful for the most part. Russell, can you give me a timestamp or somebody? Because the page reset for me. I think it was like in the 50s somewhere. Yeah, like Russ, if anything, like I have kind of nostalgia for these movies, even though they're not the greatest slashers. More so this one, because I don't remember when I saw Return to Horror High. This one I saw young, like from Blockbuster on the VHS. This kid, this poor guy has been stuck all day. It's nighttime now, in his underwear with shaving cream on him, tied to a fucking tree. Yeah, cool. That was like right there, pretty much. Yeah, definitely. I guess what I mean with like Natty Knox. Like it's fun to watch. I would never watch it again, but like yet I've seen this movie like 5, 6 times maybe in my life, even though it's not great. But like it's still fun to rewatch it and revisit it every now and then. Like I don't know what the difference is. It's just the charm that it had in the '80s, especially. It's why I still revisit The Prowler every few years, even though I know I don't like it because the pacing's terrible, but the effects are amazing. So I'll still rewatch it. Colin Farrell, not Ethan Hawke. That's who it is. I know why no one corrected me, but yes, Colin Farrell. That's right. I don't know why I thought it was Ethan Hawke. Did that game come out yet, Dave? Because or it's coming soon or something. They're making a Killer Clowns game, which I have to play. I have to, and that's a movie I got to do soon. I can't believe I haven't covered that yet. What a fun movie! Halloween, June, Howling 2. Nice choice. Most of the Fridays. Yeah, there's a few movies I watch multiple times a year. Day of the Dead, Reanimator, The Thing, Halloween. I probably watch those like 2, 3 times a year. The Friday films I probably watch once a year, like in order. I don't even remember how many Howlings I've seen. I think the last one I saw was three, the marsupials, if that is the third one. So Tree Dude is stabbed to death and you don't see fucking anything. So that kill sucks. There you go. So that makes sense. Can't argue that. I don't know why this chick just really thinks it's Gary out in the darkness for some reason. Yes, that's right. You're doing Halloween. You're just gonna end it at Kung Fu. Well, I guess in the new trilogy. How many Howlings are they up to now? Wasn't there like six or five? 5 or 6? I can be wrong, and there's probably 10 of them. Welcome back, Joe. Sounds good, man. I want Reese's cake. That's how I saw House of a Thousand Corpses for the first three times. That's why that movie has a lot of nostalgia for me. Like me and a group of friends were tripping on acid the first few times we watched House of a Thousand Corpses. Like we watched it twice in one night, had no idea what was going on in the movie. We just thought it was fucking terrifying. And then we watched it again like 5 days later, and then we finally watched it a fourth time, like mostly sober. And then we're like, oh, all right, we understand now, and this movie's twisted, and we love it. Trick or treat, motherfucker. Damn, 8 movies in the Howling series. That's nuts. I'm hoping Puppet Master takes a hint and never comes back for a good while. I know that's wishing too much. I have not, Russell. I will add it to the list. And yeah, Danielle Harris is great, Joe. For a second, this guy just threw this other dude, and I thought his teeth fucking rolled out of his mouth. There's like some beads or some shit he had. I have no idea who the killer is in this movie. I cannot remember for the life of me. I remember it's like very obvious. I don't know if these people are just fighting or if this is the killer. If they like really try to kill each other. Oh yeah, and he's dead, so he's the killer. That makes sense. Nah, all right, go. Oh, Trick or Treat from the '80s. I remember that. As I remember this, they spend like 10 minutes on this whole fucking getting speed for these kids. It's like a whole thing. Is this weird ass kid the killer? It's killing me now that I can't remember. Anything cool there? You get anything cool? I think there's one of those like 15 minutes for me. You got a Kane Hodder Friday mask? Nice. Now I'm starting to think it's this fucking nerdy ass kid who's the killer. But I can't remember. Clown mask from Halloween 4? Nice. I really think this nerdy ass motherfucker is a killer. It's so weird because I haven't seen this in a while, but I could picture it in my head where it's going, but I just can't see too far ahead. Like it's all coming back as I'm watching it. I'm. Why can't you use StreamYard? That's the only way I know. This is like I know there's. You could probably search Google like other like apps like StreamYard, other sites like StreamYard. But why can't you use StreamYard? That's weird. Why can't you? This guy finds this dude stuffed in a locker. That's never a good day. Yeah, Gene Simmons was in a lot of stuff. I was never a Kiss fan. Scooby Doo's the best. I always get shit on for liking Scrappy. Fuck you, Scrappy haters. I love Scrappy too. Man, that sounds like a good idea. I'll talk to you later, brother. Thanks for hanging out. See, that stab and kill was alright. Meet him smoking peace pipe. It's got to be the coach or this nerdy ass fucking kid. Has to be. All right, it's not the nerdy kid because he just had a body, unless he's putting that on. Yeah, Ace is a good player. Oh, that's right. Now this nerdy kid freaking calls the cops again. And he has to say, like, there's an actual murder this time. And the guy's giving him shit because of the stupid prank they pulled earlier. He's going to take charge for himself. The hell is this guy going to do? Knights in the service of Satan. I've heard that before. Yeah, this campus is either the smallest campus when it wants to be or the biggest campus in the world when it wants to be, too. Fucking assholes. That is funny. That's right. This nerdy kid's name is Radish. And instead of having Michael Myers come after you, it was Kiss. Now, Halloween of '78. Chick is randomly getting naked, which is fun. There's not a lot of kills in this movie either. There's like 3 so far I counted. In the very beginning, the guy gets stabbed. The stabbing that was kind of cool. The nerdy kid, and all right, so 4. She thinks this guy is joking about being dead. The door is broken. The half the door is like fucking missing on one side, and his body's wedged through it, and there's blood everywhere. He's playing a prank. He destroyed school property. Yes, it was a solo naked party. The girl just got naked for some reason and put something else on. Of course, nobody is in this dorm. Indeed. We're still on final exam. We didn't get to Marsha yet. But that would have made that film better, yes, for sure. I was just counting. I think 4 deaths so far. 5 because of this fucking guy who's apparently dead, but we never saw him get killed. 6. That's a decent kill. It's not that fucking good. The best thing about this movie is the score. And as weird as it sounds, the fake school shooting prank is the best 2 things about this movie. Hey, what's up, Waffles? How you doing, man? Um, I'm sure they could have, but after rewatching it again, like I'm glad they didn't. This is not that great. It's kind of like has the pacing of the first Friday the 13th, but with no good kills and none of like Savini's great gore effects or like anything like that. I know. I always want waffles. Like it's still worthy of a rewatch every few years, and that's usually how often I rewatch those. As opposed to like my favorite 80s slashers that I'll watch multiple times a year, like Intruder and The Burning and Mutilator and Pieces, Friday 4 and 2, Slumber Party Massacre 2, Sleepaway Camp 2. Tourist Trap, even though I mean it's always called a slasher. I don't really see it as one. Yeah, well, that's going to change soon. And yes, we've been waiting for this answer. When are we celebrating? And again, huge congratulations to Kara for getting past 1,000 subs. That is amazing. So, are we celebrating? Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Blood Rage. I don't know why I forgot Blood Rage. That's like in my top five. Which I'm hoping Thanksgiving by Eli Roth is good. That way I can have a double feature for Thanksgiving every year now, along with Blood Rage for Thanksgiving slashers, since I do not care for Home Sweet Home. And the Thanksgiving movies are fucking ridiculously stupid. Make it about you all you want. You deserve it. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's a killer turkey that just goes around killing people in ridiculously stupid ways. There's only two of them, but there's the Thanksgiving, the original, and then there's Thanksgiving 3, which is the second one. They just played a stupid joke and called the second one the third one. Yeah, I don't even know who's left in the. Just this girl. That's it. Oh, the guy who did the burning stunt in the burning. That sucks. That's tragic. What I do remember about Return to Horror High, it is very fucking confusing, if I remember correctly. Digging that spiral, not spiral, but staircase that wraps around. Yeah, this motherfucker just caught an arrow. Like, was he a vampire? He has super speed. I don't even recognize who the killer is. Yo. Who the fuck is this guy? I always remember this movie never making like a lot of sense at all. And now he's dead. I still don't know who he is. His spiral's not the best. Not at all. It went up on my rewatch when I did the series. But still, it's Chris Rock. I'm like trying to play a serious cop and it doesn't work. And that's one of many things wrong with it. Of course he's alive. Guy just fell like 8 stories through the middle of that staircase. And she stabs him to death. That's all I think of when I watch Spiral. I've only seen it like twice or 3 times was the last time I watched it. I just think of friggin' his stand up and like smack him with a dick, smack him with a dick. Like just a lot of bits of his that just pop up. Then this movie just ends. So yeah, it's not a great slasher, like at all. That's kind of why I wanted to do this one this way, was because I knew I would not have a lot to say about it in the regular video. So now let's pull up Return to Horror High, and no, Carrie, it's not a sequel. It's it makes sense, like with the story. It's kind of meta-ish. It's we said earlier. It's kind of Scream-esque in some ways. That is the link. Whoever's going to watch along, let me know. I will count it down. A 4.4 on IMDb. That's fucking low. Get out of here. Should be like a 5, 5, 5.7. But all these fucking 80 slashers are in the 4s and 5s on IMDb. Yeah, right. I was like, get the hell out of here. I mean, that's why I never give ratings or like number scores to movies and shit. Exactly. The trailer for this movie, while anyone who's watching along gets it ready.
In 1982, Crippen High School was the scene of a series of brutal, savage murders. The homicidal maniac who committed the crimes was never captured. Now he's about to return.
Killer to the left! Killer to the right! Stand up! Sit down! Right!
Return to Horror High. Return to Horror High. It's a scream.
I don't. Makes it look so intense, man. That trailer. I assure you, it's not as epic as the music of the trailer makes it sound. But it is a fun movie. So anyone who's ready and watching, I am going to count down 3, 2, 1, go. And I fucking love that dude's voice. Yeah, John, exactly. He like that same voice that was in hundreds of horror movie trailers, like in the 70s, 80s, early 90s. Okay, I was gonna say that was super loud. So it says in 1982, a series of brutal murders rocked Crippen High School. The killer was never apprehended. 3 months ago, Cosmic Pictures went to the town of Crippen to film the story of what actually happened, making the movie in the very halls of the now abandoned school. What's up, Don? They were not alone. Yeah, you just work your way into a movie, Don. Indeed. That's why we have both always on the channel. But I do like that score. That would be cool. Yeah, I miss those voiceovers. That's why I don't watch trailers. They either give too much away, like you're saying in chat, or they like totally misrepresent what the movie is. Hey Jay, happy Friday to you. How are you? It's Marsha, Marsha. We just started Return to Our High like 3 minutes ago. Jay, here's the link again. If you want to watch along. This dude's like terrified. Timestamp, Jay, is like 3:53, 54, 55, approaching 4 minutes. Absolutely. Like I do love part 4 and 6. Just a lot of it is nostalgia, but 1 is my third favorite movie of all time, and 3 is my favorite sequel, and my top 40 movies of all time. I did not like the last trilogy at all. Yeah, 2018 is all right. Like I don't even remember the last time I watched it. It's watchable at least. So this is where this movie gets confusing as shit because they're making a movie at this school 5 years after an actual massacre happened at the school. And then stuff starts happening to them while they're making the movie. So there's like two layers to this. Cool, sounds good. Exactly. They're returning to the high school where the horror massacre happened. And yes, George Clooney is a security guard in this for 3 minutes. This guy wants like an exploding nipple shot in this horror movie. He throws it and it fucking explodes. I don't. Yeah, I don't know why. Try to resume it. Resume the installation. The whole brother and sister thing, I never liked at all. That's why I wish it was just a standalone movie, Halloween. And then Halloween 3, and then whatever. They're 80s slay. I need boobs. Apparently, this one needs exploding boobs. I like this like greaseball producer. Yep, George Clooney. She's fat, just dumps some candy on her, he says. Man, he looks so young, George Clooney. Yeah, this one I've watched more than the previous one. The hell did we just watch? Final Exam. That's the high part of RI. Like I've been counting. It's like a minute and a half so far he's in this movie. This movie has a fun score too. I think it's funny also in this that George Clooney's character in this is leaving this movie that they're working on to go work on a series and thinks that he's going to make it all big and stuff. Then he went on to be George Clooney and just became like immensely successful. And he's gone. Like that's it. And that's George Clooney in Return to Horror High. And there's like this movie reminds me of April Fool's Day a little bit also. Is it because it's fun and awesome, but then it's really hard on the rewatches knowing the whole twist and stuff? Because if so, then that's the exact relationship I have with it. Yeah. That's the issue I always have with it. And it sucks because then every time I rewatch it, I really enjoy it. Like when I did my video on it, I really enjoyed that rewatch, despite the issue I always have with it. But it always hurts just knowing and like not being able to blind watch it again. Maureen McCormick has such weird delivery in this. Hey, Ginger, what's up? And yeah, probably because Brad Pitt's in one and George Clooney's in this one. Holiday, as in like the Christmas holiday, or any holiday, because that'll be a lot more. But if it's for like Christmas time, then probably Black Christmas. I watch that usually every Christmas. But if yeah, any holiday then Halloween. This janitor looks familiar. Yeah, me too, man. I'm hoping. I did my first ever trailer reaction on that just because I've been waiting fucking 15 plus years. I was just saying, I hope that that's good because I want it. I want to have a double feature on Thanksgiving every year with Blood Rage. Yeah, I never cared for Home Sweet Home. I don't even remember that movie. I remember watching it once and not liking it at all. And then Blood Rage is so much better as a Thanksgiving slasher film. Yeah, I love Blood Rage. I watch it every Thanksgiving. Yeah, I like Cutting Class more than both of these. Although this one I like much better than Final Exam. This dude is acting so creepy. It's like immediately get away from him. That head looks cool. The special effects guy is pissed now. This dude's so creepy. Isn't he the fucking killer? I'm pretty sure he's the killer. All right, Russ, take care, buddy. Have a good night, man. Pussy on wheels, he calls her. Another 80s slasher, another douchebag fucking quarterback. Cool beans, man. Yeah, that's right. I just saw a notification. He's doing something. Cool. Tell him I said what up. This dude is chilling in the fucking locker room. All these girls. No one's screaming, get out. And he picks this girl up. Like, this is sexual assault right here happening, but 80s. Picks this girl up naked and tells this girl to say yes to a date with him, or he's gonna take this naked chick out in the hallway, like completely naked. And he gets his wish. He gets his date. So who am I to judge? This chick's funny. The good old days where people would say, I just spent fucking $17 in change on dinner. And now how dare you not put out. Oh, that's right. Then he like straight up tries raping this bitch. I love how they weave in and out of that it's a movie that they're making and actual scenes that are happening. She says, would you like to be walking around with your schlong hanging out? And she says, wait, for you it would be a schlort. I have never heard that term ever in my life except for this movie. A schlort. Indica is not hybrid. Not really too much of a sativa guy. Speaking of which, medicine. Schlong and schlort. I gotta start utilizing that word in my daily lexicon. This guy just gets yanked into a janitor's closet. The other guy doesn't notice. it's killing me where this guy is from. I've seen him in something else. The producer guy. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. You just see the silhouette of the head being cut off. Since the government decided to make money off of it. It is very scientific now. But that is true. It's like I'll never turn down something because it's a sativa or some shit like ever. It's like somebody asked you, "Yeah, I got a J. You want to go smoke?" And it's like, wait, like, is it a sativa, indica, hybrid? It's a sativa. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, never mind. Would never come out of my mouth. There is a difference, though, for sure. Now they think something weird's going on here. What's up, Noel? How you doing, buddy? Tomorrow at 8, we will be wrapping up Sleepaway Camp with Sleepaway Camp 3 Teenage Wasteland. Because that is the last fucking Sleepaway Camp movie in the series, as far as I am will always be concerned. Thinking I might rewatch Talk to Me after this before I put out a review on it. I feel like it's worthy of a rewatch. Oh, that's right. This kid just gets pulled down into like a fucking sand pit. It just disappears. This kid's shoes are still sticking out of the sand pit. That little ass thing is holding him up like that? Oh no, okay, it's attached to a sandbag. I was gonna say that makes no sense. I watched it very early this morning, and it's good. It's very good. It's just nowhere near the hype that it's been getting. It's not great. Like it's not like phenomenal or anything. All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon, man. Yeah, I'll try to have that out. I'll have to have it out definitely tomorrow for talk to me. This guy gets fucking doused in blood. Thank you, Care Bear. Yeah, that would be cool, man. For sure, if we can do that. Both movies have similar themes and feel throughout it. You too, brother. Take care. The Babadook's really good. I just want to punch the kid in the face constantly in the entire movie. And trust me, his mom wants to do worse, so I don't feel that bad. I could see people falling asleep. It is slow moving. This janitor is so funny in this movie. Like these people don't realize like half their fucking movie crews like missing or anything like that. Like, don't they need them like for shots and like for shooting these scenes? Now flash back to the present with all the bodies laid out on the lawn. This is where this movie gets real fucking confusing. Maureen McCormick slips and fell in like a bunch of blood. And then she comes outside and he says, "What happened to you?" As she starts wiping the blood on her chest and then rubbing her tit while talking about all the blood and holding up a bag with a severed hand in it. Only in this movie. Yeah, it's getting there. It's the only time you see Marsha from the Brady Bunch doing that, rubbing blood on her tits. It's really ridiculous. Doesn't he jump like to, like the past too? Like this movie's real fucking like convoluted. That's right. And they have the same actress playing like three different parts with different wigs on. You never even really understand what the movie they're trying to make is. It's just a bunch of scenes that make no sense together. Oh, it's got to be some pervy fucking teacher too in the '80s slasher. Yeah, there's a lot of pacing issues with this movie too. I want that fish in the background. This director's like ready to kill himself, and he's not even like they're not even really giving him a hard time. This guy with the frog. This kid's freaking out about cutting open a frog. Nowadays, if this teacher was doing this and they had to dissect frogs, and this guy saying no, and he starts just shoving a frog in his face, be like assault or some shit, like instantly against the teacher. I take that scalpel and slit the guy's throat, force him to do this to a poor dead frog. So I'm pretty sure this is why it reminds me of April Fool's Day. At like the end of this, like none of this happens. Like it's like a prank or a publicity stunt or some shit. That mask is cool that he's wearing. Yeah, that is a creepy mask the guy's wearing. This is a cool scene, actually. It's like cutting the teacher up, just like he was saying to cut up the frog. She's in a different wig again. This woman's supposed. She's probably worn like 4 wigs of this movie so far. So now they know that something weird is going on and people are missing at least. So there's been what, 4 kills so far? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely this dude who's the killer. What's your motivation? He says you're dead. This writer is so fucking creepy. Everyone is mad creepy in this movie for no reason. I remember these two were like stuck in this room for like a while. We get some 80s dance porno music to these people making out. This is such a forced romance here. Cheesy 80s. Such a terrible sex scene too, with this cheesy ass music. I love it. Awful. At least it's a lot shorter than that terrible scene in the jacuzzi from Mad Men. That scene's unbearable. Why don't they just leave the school? This is back when there was no cell phones. It's just so you can get stuck in a high school very easily. Yeah, I like the look of the killer a lot more than I remember. And the score is really good too. It's taking that long to tear down a door. Come on, man. It's a fucking wood door. And cut. It's a fucking scene that they're filming again. Until she gets decapitated, and it's a fucking dream sequence. So you got a dream sequence on top of like 3 other layers throughout this movie. It's so confusing. What else would it be? Of course it's blood. Yes, that's blood. I like how they shoot this scene with the hallway. Like the lighting's very good here. It's dark, but it's not like really, really dark. So this is happening in the present. Not like the present with Maureen McCormick. The other one. Sticking it out and doing a double feature. No bathroom. Thank you, honey. Yeah, I don't know how. I was actually just thinking like this better end soon. So that's kind of funny. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. And now they're in a bathroom. But there's a bunch of blood in this one. Mine wouldn't have that, hopefully. I have no idea what's going on in this movie. Just like every time I rewatch this movie. Maureen McCormick kills it in this movie. She just like comes up. She's supposed to be looking at all these body parts and stuff, and she comes up eating a sandwich. She's just saying, "We didn't find the intestines." In this movie, she's so funny in this. She like saves a lot of this movie. Spookies. You got a gun, motherfucker. Just like go out there, and if the guy shows up, then shoot him. Like I don't see the big predicament. Stupid jump scare for no reason. Now he says turn on lights. Like, why wouldn't you turn the lights on if you're in a fucking building that you're afraid that somebody's killing people? Apparently, that's an option, but he says no because then the guy might get away. Oh, that's right. The little pit the guy gets pulled into earlier. Can't remember if this takes place like in 1982, like in this movie, like the original massacre, or no, this is them making the movie, so this is afterwards. But there's like a twist that's stupid near the end. It's very hard to remember. I love how she was just bitching and saying, "Why does everyone want to go into a dark basement without a flashlight?" But like the last scene, they were going through the dark ass halls, and they had the opportunity to turn the lights on. They did, like eventually. And now he lost his gun. All right, I'm starting to remember this ending more. This is where the fucking teacher dude, who I've been saying is the killer, shows up, and then they impale him or something. That's right. There's like this crypt below the school that no one's found, like since the first massacre. That's a cool shot though, with all the bodies and shit there. Yeah, so the principal dude's daughter, everybody wanted to touch her. So he killed all these people in 82. And these are all the bodies from that massacre because they're all fucking rotted and skeletons. And then this creepy ass black janitor comes down and starts choking one of the guys out for no reason. Nah, he just got punched in the nuts. That sucks. Why is he punching this guy and shit? Like when he's not the killer. Oh, that's right. That's so stupid. Are you kidding me? As a friggin' rubber mask of the black janitor on, he peels the mask off and it's the friggin' teacher, dude. Are you serious? That's so stupid. It's just like happy birthday to me. That is so dumb. I forgot all about that ridiculous shit. So it was this guy wearing the mask of that black janitor every time we see that black janitor in this movie, I guess. Like, oh, that's so stupid. So the guy's daughter got pregnant by this dude, and she had to give herself an abortion and died, and so he snapped. The motive is real fucking stupid too in this movie. It is creepy though how he's like kissing his daughter's skeleton and shit like that. This guy plays crazy pretty well. All right, brother. Take care, Ginger. This is over in 10 minutes anyway. This guy's excuse. You just leave it. He's like, it's Monday Night Football. This guy's performance going a little over the top now. What this fucking killer guy. There you go. Impales him right through the chest. Class dismissed, he says. Nice little stupid ending line. She says, I thought you were going to leave me here. He says, no, I hate football. How the hell did he know the Steelers were playing the Raiders? I don't know. That was funny. They still haven't arrested this director guy, like, at all. Handcuffed him, like, suspicion. So now we're back to the present day with Maureen McCormick and shit, and the body's on the lawn. And then we flash back to before that with the fucking hole. Yeah, that's right. That's the stupid twist. So then the director goes all clear, and all the bodies get up, and it's all fake, and then they just like leave. So then none of this is. No one got murdered in this movie, except for the insane teacher, right? Like that's what I always take from it, because they're all well and alive here. So this is like a publicity stunt that they're pulling for the movie that they filmed. Even though the two of the main people happen to kill the killer from the massacre years beforehand. Like, I don't know, man. It's so confusing. Joey Diaz. That's who this grimy fucking producer reminds me of. The comedian Joey Diaz. So the police will find the bodies from the massacre from '82. This dude who got impaled still fucking alive for some reason. Hasn't it been like hours since the cops have been outside with the fake people pretending to be dead? Why even have him come back to life just to get loaded up with bullets and fucking die again? I don't know. This movie's definitely another middle of the road slasher from the '80s. Then Maureen McCormick goes, "Good clean hit," and the sheriff says, "Self-defense." That's hilarious. And they come outside, and all the bodies are gone. because it was a prank. And they've been handling body parts that they think are body parts for hours and shit like this. None of them realize that these are fucking props, that these aren't real body parts, right? Get the hell out of here. This is so stupid. None of this makes any sense. This little fly buzzing around, kind of like Psycho, and then he grabs it, and kills it. That's right. So then the wacky director, dude, the writer, is the son of the crazy teacher who killed everyone in the first massacre, and now he's writing a sequel, and now he's going to be a murderer, I guess. I don't know. That's the reason I did both of these movies together, live like this as watch-alongs, was just because I knew I wasn't going to have much to say about them if I just did regular videos. But they are fun ones to watch time to time, so I figured I'd just make you guys suffer through mediocre slasher films as a double feature. But that's Final Exam. That's Return to Horror High. And tomorrow, 8 o'clock, Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland. And somehow the guy's still alive at the end of this movie. He turns around and says, Dad. So apparently the teacher's still alive somehow. So, yeah, exactly. So that's why I figure come suffer along. They're not terrible, but they're not great, like by any means. Tomorrow, Sleepaway Camp 3 is great, and that'll be awesome. So thanks for hanging out, everybody, from earlier, from now, from the future. And I will talk to you guys soon. I'll have a video out for Talk to Me in the morning. So wherever you guys are from, take care, guys. Take care, Zodiac. Take care, Felt.